Well, I get this call from Vaughan saying there's some big news. So, Vaughan, here we are. What is the big news, brother?
Max, hot off the press, Viv Beck has just pulled out of the Auckland Mayoralty race. How say you,
Oh,
bro?
fantastic. That's fantastic news.
Yeah. So, look, I'll just say my little piece first and foremost, and I'm sure we're both joint on this. Well done, Viv, for doing the right thing. Hard
Yes.
decision, I know. Put in a hell of a lot of hard yards. And, Viv is a hellishly nice lady. Unfortunately, this was a poorly constructed campaign. And look, let's not put the boot into it. It's all over. Viv has pulled out. Leo's pulled out. Viv has pulled out. Obviously, the National Party and CNR in the background have got together and done the right thing. And let's just move on about all we care about is Auckland ends up with the mayor that it needs to sort out the bloody mess we've got right now. How say you about that, Max?
Well, I'd be interested to know your thoughts, Vaughan, because you were not convinced that Wayne would take it out yesterday on the basis that Viv was going to dilute his votes. And
Yep.
yet, today I'd be interested to know, do you actually think he will take it out now?
Great question, Max. I mean, I've been the guy that's saying, as much as I would be voting and will be voting for Wayne Brown, unfortunately, the right was stuffing this up by diluting the votes three-way between Craig Lord, Viv Beck, and Wayne Brown. Afiso was going to get the red carpet ride and yet another ineffective Labor-backed mayor for 3 more years, donkey deep in the poo for Auckland. So this is great news. Hopefully, Craig understands that he and Wayne could have a great working relationship in terms of fixing Auckland. So I've changed my tune. 24 hours later,
All right. Well,
Wayne's our next
Vaughan,
mayor.
I have to
Browntown.
argue with my old friend because I think Craig's also ought to look at the light on the in the room now, and the same as Viv's done. Look, just going back to Viv, I want to say to CNR and Viv, thank you very much for what you've done. That's a big sacrifice. You've probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then to pull out at this stage is gutsy. And we saw Leo do the same thing now yourselves, and we say thank you for that because it may be a little bit late, but certainly I think it's certainly the honourable thing to do, and practically good thing for yourself rather than wasting the money.
Yeah,
Getting to
and
Craig Lord, Craig, look at where you're sitting right now. You are going to be diluting the votes. I think, irrespective of that possibly Wayne will still come through. But Craig, look at the practical side of it. What's the gentlemanly and the wise thing to do? If you want to run our city, and I believe me, you do, you're putting a big effort into it. Well, then show some practicability, not emotion. And right now, I think your tip up there is emotional, rather because I'm not giving in because I'm going to stay here, and that's the way I'm built. Well, it actually is not
yeah,
practical.
yeah,
And
hard
I
out,
think
Max.
pulling out as well.
To support what you've just said, Max, because that's just spot on. We don't want to lose good people out of the ability to recreate, refix Auckland to be what we know it can be. We hope we don't lose Viv Beck. We hope she's involved. Craig also, as the other threat to allowing Afiso to become our next mayor, is that he's a hellishly nice guy. I know him. He's a good man, but he's not in the same league as Wayne Brown when it comes to dealing with a complex organisation. Now, let's face it, Max, at 12,000 staff, Auckland Council is the single biggest publicly funded entity in New Zealand, and that comes to employing staff, bigger than any government department, any. So, it's going to take a little more than running a coffee shop, no disrespect to Craig, or holding some PR role to really cut through this. Wayne is that guy. He's the only guy to vote for. And anyone that's got, more than concrete in their head, will see that very, very quickly.
Well, do you know what? I would like to see some of those guys actually as councillors. Viv and Craig, both of them very nice people, and they should be there behind Wayne. Do you know what the next thing you and I need to do, Vaughan? I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but actually get behind some of those councillors. If Wayne's going to get there, he cannot change the city unless he's got support from councillors. And you and I should get in behind that. What's your thoughts on that?
Done deal. Wayne is going to need a small army to make a difference. People who really care about the city, people who want to be part of the vision. First things first, we fix the current mess. That's Wayne's mandate. He's not promising anything other than cleaning up the splattered bowl that we're going to be left with post Phil Goff. And so let's get that right. But we're there to help. We'll roll up the sleeves and we'll get in there. So spot on, Max. Yep, sign me up, bro.
All right, Wayne, you've got. By the way, folks, that wasn't rehearsed because Vaughan and I have not even talked about it. So it's great to see him, putting his pledge online. So both of us will get behind and put our shoulder to the wheel and see if we can get some votes for those that support you, Wayne. And that's the first question. You supporting Wayne Brown? No, I'm not. Well, then, cheerio. Vaughan and I are not behind you. How about you? Maybe. Okay. Well, let's get him behind them. All right, mate. Good to talk to you.
Thanks, Max. Catch you soon.